Well, the YouTube True Crime Tales site and everything else. Today we go to everything else. Today we're going to do a movie review. Holy Christ, crap, Carlel. I can't believe that in a year and a half, which I can't even remember what last movie I watched at the movie house, but I got out to get to watch a damn movie. And I'm excited to be the one to talk about this movie. I am a huge Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, Dwayne. Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. And some of this movie was like, but this is an action-packed movie, and they did. In some ways, not overdo it with the special effects. There was some things, like I said, because, there's things people can't do. And I am not a huge fan of today's special effects because, but because of the fact that, this was more than just a special effects movie, which did have some, but like I say, I think they didn't overdo it. Like I said, there was some things when they're up in trees and stuff and they're falling and jumping from tree to tree. You can tell I don't know if anybody else, but I can tell where the animation of the green screen would come in. But other than that, this movie was, whoever wrote it, it was very written great because it gave the one-liner jokes that The Rock is awesome of making himself. If anybody has ever seen The Rock make jokes towards other wrestlers. But, and there was some stuff in here that kids wouldn't get, but adults would, and one of them adult things, and it's like, did they just say that? Oh, man. But like as always, I cannot reveal the whole story, but I will show some shots that I took at the movie house, and this is one of them. I didn't get great ones, and this is why, because I'll tell you, in some films, you don't get the camera that, I can tell when I'm going to get a good picture because of the speed of the film, but this one was just zip. Everything cut off, went to that, went to this. It's like, damn. And that's how good this movie was. Of course, you got The Rock here, which came was one of them scenes. I tried to get a picture and the damn friggin' thing cut. And then it came to this. It's like, what? And his tours, man, in the beginning. Now, I will give you what he did. He was a tour guide in the jungle. I'm sure everybody might have heard of that on the previews, but when he did the tours is when you gotta watch, because oh man, the jokes. And if, like I said, if anybody knows The Rock and his jokes, however, whether he written these himself or threw him in, because I know he can do his own writing, or the writer himself just, got close to The Rock, and, whatever the case may be. Oh, man, they were funny as hell, and the people weren't digging it on the boat, but, oh, man, that's all I can say, man. You gotta check the movie out just for that. And he does throw out one-liners out throughout the movie, but it does get more serious. So I wish they would have put more of The Rock telling jokes than they did. But, oh, man, it was great. Moving on, there's the Jungle Cruise. Like I said, this shit was moving quick, and I'm trying to... then again, my phone was screwing up, so I'm trying to take pictures, and that didn't come out too great. Oh, then I caught it on the next one. Yeah, that was like, what the yeah, that was coming in. This is where he docks his boat and stuff. The Manager, if anybody's seen it, and I forgot to do a review on that, and I'm very disappointed in myself. But the manager for Eazy-E in the NWA movie plays in this, and he's after The Rock because The Rock owes him money. I think that's his boat. Yeah, that's his boat right there. Now, the tiger scene. Now, this is where I was like, what the but it was good. I mean, yeah, I can't rag on this too much. And like I said, how can I say this without exposing it and ruining the movie? But I would say maybe if this tiger was trained, I could see this happening, right? And it had been put in other movies with animals and, people and what you gotta watch in this scene. Right? You gotta go see the movie. And I guarantee anybody will like it. Because, like I said, it ain't overdone. It's got the special effects, that weren't gonna be real. But like I said, they didn't overdo it either. So, and like I say, I'm not a huge fan of some special effects movies because it's like, get the you sit there and you get disappointed because they just put way too much stuff in that just makes it look stupid. There ain't no way someone can do that. I mean, even though you take the concept of, right, oh man, what if you could do that and you make it look good and everything, but I ain't a fan of that. You want good, realistic movies with stunts. Go back to the days of Hooper and Cannonball Run with Burt Reynolds. All that stuff was real. Whether it be another stuntman or Burt Reynolds himself, it's movies like that. And there was Lightning was a movie he was in the 70s. And, he's also known for the well-acclaimed movie, the one where he's in the river. I forgot the freaking name of it, but that was a good movie. They didn't have much back then. Of course, when Star Wars came out, stuff like that would need the special effects. And hey, like Star Wars and spaceships and, everything up there in the sky that does exist. I would imagine, and I would be, not a fan of that because that stuff you think could be or could happen because of the technology they have. But oh, there he is. They took a picture of him. He's the one he got tangled up with the cat there. This is them off in the river. The lady does a great job in this movie. I think I've seen her, but I never, I don't know who she is. But she does a great fighting scenes and stuff like that in this movie. It's like, damn! So, I mean, she's the adventurer, and she's got a brother that's not. If that tells you anything. I like it the part where I can't tell you all of it, but guys, they reversed it when they're getting on the rock ship, a boat, ship. The lady brings on the bag and, her bag of stuff, and you're thinking, right, all these big pieces of luggages come down. Let your imagination run wild. But I can assure you, right, you'll get the picture when you see it. The Rock saying, hey, I ain't got enough room for all that. Now, what was that? Yeah, that's all. That was a friggin' dolphin. They're talking about shape-shifting dolphins in here. Don't stare into their eyes or they'll bring you nightmares. I'm like, what the shape-shifting dolphins? But they look harmless, they look awesome, and, the lady does come in contact. And yet she has a nightmare, but it's something about the movie. And honestly, as The Rock's telling her, don't do that, but she does it anyways. You know what? The way they put it in the movie, I took it as it was a warning, not a nightmare. It felt to me like a warning. And these shapeshifters, man, as the skinwalker, I too believe, and I swear to God, this is what it meant to me in this movie, believe it or not. Warnings. Stay off the sacred land. And that's what I got when I seen these dolphins and how they did it in their, script. Warning. And she got a warning. But will she survive is the question. Then you got this funny part, man. She got one of them home cameras. I had to take a picture of that. She's shooting a rock here. Then he picks it up, and you can only imagine what he does when he gets a hold of the camera. Oh, man. The jokes and the funniness. This is the guy that's trying to throw the monkey wrench into the gears and screw everything up. Got a friggin' trying to take a picture of something in this, and it wouldn't come up. I missed it twice. So I got his face here, and then I went there, and what was in between, I think I missed it. This is a part of the river that The Rock told the lady she shouldn't go down, but they went down anyways. Ha! You can just imagine what happens there, and this is like one of the, he's, recording with the thing. He's like, oh, I better put this thing down type thing, and yeah, you might want to do that, Rock, because he's having fun with the camera. And then I got this damn picture. I was trying to get something, and then it went straight to the engine. And of course, I got the friggin' gears, and it was something to do with the waterway and everything, but, oh, and then you got that, the waterway. That's what it was doing, going back, forth. But you only can want to know what happened there, so you can't see and I can't reveal. This is when it gets good in my eyes. I like this part. Going in the sacred jungle. And these are sacred people, but there's a twist. And you gotta see it. This friggin', oh man, this part of the movie was friggin' hilarious. And one can only imagine what The Rock set up. The Rock, that's right. What he did in this part of the movie. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was laughing, boy, out loud so hard. But it was an awesome view and all this. But this is another part, like I say, that kind of gets like, oh, man, who does that? But, you know what? I went through this movie and, I took it as it was. And I tell you, it was just, great. It was a great movie. I recommend anybody go watch it. Because they did have them parts where they said, you can't do this, but still it wasn't overdone. And usually in some Rock movies, I've seen some, overdone crap. Like in the, I don't know if it was the Fast and Furious, but one of the Rock movies where he's hooking up the tow trucks or whatever, as he's trying to not fall off a friggin' cliff, and as the ground's getting shot with the jets and the missiles and the ground's crumbling behind them, they're trying to pull, it's like, oh my God. That movie, man, was just overdone. I mean, the only thing I liked out of that movie was the fighting and Roman Reigns and stuff like that, everybody battling and beating the crap out of each other. That's when it gets real and how it used to be back in the day. Just skip all the nonsense and get down to and even car chases back in the day were real. These days, you got these friggin' cars jumping from a state building to another state building. It's like, get the fuck. Anyways, this is the part of the, where they all get caught. And these are cannibal tribesmen, mind you, but still, but you gotta watch it. everything started going back and forth in this one too. So it was like, you stop moving the friggin' camera. And there's the the chief cannibal of all. But you gotta watch. Here's the brother. Oh man. Obviously getting chased by the cannibals. But he's the one that, oh my God, you gotta watch that guy. Came out on, they made the opposite of This Is Right, and the sister right there, it's like, bang. She was good. That woman was a good actress. Like I said, I've lost touch with a lot of movies and actors and actresses because I don't get to much anymore like I used to know who's who, who's what. It's like when I lost my time on music. But I give this woman some, I wouldn't be surprised if hopefully she wins an award in this. Yeah, excuse me for, how they call it, supporting actress or something. I mean, lead role actress at least because of her role, but she was good. This is where they go and the whole movie unravels of what it's about. And I had to take a picture. It was a nice looking big ass tree. End of the movie. And you can see this supposedly took like back into the 30s. You get in there and it's in like, the olden days type looking thing. Olden day explorers. Somewhat Indiana Jones stuff. But the moral of the story and what it all leads to, oh man. It is something, all I'll say is it's got to do with the supernatural and spiritual world. But you have to find out when you get to the movie. And I do believe in what they put into this movie 100%. Only thing I can say is I would make it to the Native Americans, that's right, of the United States and how they used to run about this somewhat. And then the shapers, that's Native American. So someone was going with this, obviously from Native American lore, or even them, and they're supposed to be out in Africa. So even them tribesmen out there, they have their own rituals and religions of their own gods and stuff. But the cannibal part, that's there. Yeah, okay. There'll be a day when I get that hungry, I'm going to take another piece of flesh off a freaking human. Anything else? No, that's it. So anyways, like Ebert in, what the hell is this? Skiskel and Ebert, Skipple, I forget his freaking name. And I wanted to take a picture of him so I can put him up in the thumbnail when I do my movie reviews. But I do give this and highly recommend to go watch it, thumbs up. And you're the funny stuff in it, man. You gotta check it out. They did great with The Rock and his character, man. It was pretty much, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock was The Rock and did it his way. And jokes his way, But whoever wrote that script, man, they picked the right man for the job. And that actress, she did a damn good job, too. So, and the brother, I'll give him credit, too. He did good as what he was playing. So, he ended up doing well in the end, that's for sure. Letting his little femme side, get put back so he can get into the groove and be a man. Other than that, this is my representation of the Jungle Cruise. Check it out. Disney, man. This is a Disney movie? Yeah. The little adult jokes in there. Just, wow. Yeah, they definitely want to keep the parents, occupied in these movies and get a good kick out of it. if the kids, you're gonna be sitting there, "But Daddy, what does that mean?" Nothing. Just shut up and watch the adventure. Oh man, this movie. Other than them little special effects I talk of, the movie's great. It's funny as hell. You gotta get out there, watch it. I recommend it. Till the next video, be safe, take care, and keep your ass a laughing. Especially with this one. I'm definitely gonna be buying this one when it comes out. You can watch this all day. Just for the jokes. Oh man. Alright, people, out.